Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy MoodZi back at again with another video. This time we're going to discuss chapter 73 of Dragon Ball Super, which is host of some of the most amazing art I've seen Toyotaro draw since we've seen the fight between Moro and Goku Ultra Instinct, the Mastered Ultra Instinct. So this chapter is very action-packed. There is a lot of interesting moments and some turning points in the story, and I do have some gripes with it. As you know guys, in every single chapter that I read, I do have some negatives to point out, but also some positives, to be honest. And I feel like in this instance, the positives outweighs the negatives because, like many of you, possibly many of you, I was a victim of one of those people who saw the spoilers of this manga chapter, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, or any hemisphere of the internet. So I already came into this knowing that Goku's going to drop his guard and lose, and that kind of turned me off. However, when I did read this chapter, it sort of started making more sense to me. However, because I'm not like your average Dragon Ball reviewer, I criticize this for a different reason that a lot of people criticize it for. So when we get there, okay? But let me just tell you, I'm not gonna criticize it for what most of other people you've heard criticize this right now. So chapter 73 is basically titled Goku vs. Granolah. The title certainly doesn't lie because a large portion, or basically the whole chapter, is Goku vs. Granolah. You hardly see any other characters between Vegeta or the Heaters just making some small contributions to the chapter. But the rest of the chapter is predominantly dominated by Granolah and Goku. And Toyotaro draws some amazing fight scenes. Like in the beginning, I thought the Super Saiyan Blue versus Granolah was the peak of this chapter so far, or the peak of the Granolah in terms of like fighting scenes. But what he has done later on is actually eclipses all of that. However, there are some interesting narrative decisions because I can't just sit here and be like, yo, look at this amazing, cool scene. Look at Granolah swinging from the tree. Yo, it's so cool. Like, comment, and subscribe, yo. You know, so it's very difficult for me to just like sit around here and just like react to each frame and be like, yo, this is cool. This is awesome. So instead, we're going to discuss how each frame and each fight, how it contributed to the overall conclusion and some of the turning points in this chapter. Okay, so there are two things that we need to talk about. Is that, like we have seen Goku using Ultra Instinct in conjunction with Super Saiyan God, he yet again uses Ultra Instinct in conjunction with Super Saiyan Blue. Now he has the same evasive skills as he did prior when he used it with Super Saiyan God, with the raw power of Super Saiyan Blue. However, what Granolah responds to Goku activating Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue, and by the way, activating Ultra Instinct isn't really stacking, but he's sort of using the properties of Ultra Instinct in order to basically effectively dodge and move his body without thinking. Again, I've explained it before, it kind of bothers me because it makes it seem like Goku cannot dodge without Ultra Instinct, but I guess because like characters are so strong right now, they're unbelievably strong, and characters just move massively faster than light. Like you literally have characters like Hit who can basically skip time, like just straight up skip time. You got Dispo who's reached speeds faster than light, so we don't even know what speeds faster than light could entail. It could be like a trillion times faster than light, we don't even know. But so yeah, for that I give it the benefit of the doubt, but I just don't like it when it's the concept is vague. But what's not vague, and what I do like to an extent, is Granolah has his own advantages. It's not just strength. Yes, he does have many abilities. Like he even displayed like the Mora ability of using the planet's power. But he also has like his eye where he can just fundamentally see Goku's body and he can see the blood flow, and based on that he can pinpoint Goku's vitals at any time and attack him in the most effective way possible. Which is honestly, since I mentioned Hit, it's very similar to how Hit is. So you can look at Granolah as the assassin of Universe 7. So thanks to Goku's Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue, he's able to effectively fight even in a much better way against Granolah, who's also a skilled fighter, and he can move and just basically try to catch Granolah off guard and use a Kamehameha in front of him. But in that mere instance of Goku using the Kamehameha, he provided a small little teeny opening to Granolah in order to counter him. So that's pretty insane. Like, Granolah can actually counter Goku in the most crazy ways. And they even exchange a line of dialogue where Granolah confidently says, he's pretty cocky in this fight, that no matter how strong you are, you can be like the most powerful being in the universe according to him, but you cannot hide your vitals. Which Goku responds that, oh, it's because like I'm not using my ultimate form, his Ultra Instinct, Mastered Ultra Instinct, which solidifies that Mastered Ultra Instinct is still his highest form. So he can still use Ultra Instinct, and it's much more effective than using Super Saiyan Blue with conjunction of Ultra Instinct. Granolah says that these are just excuses, again, conveying that sort of like entitlement that he's the strongest and he's going to win no matter what. So this is where Granolah uses a technique that is very similar to the Moro technique, which is using the planet's power. So this basically confirmed my suspicions of Granolah has also magical abilities. Like, he can perform moves that doesn't have to be exclusive only to power. Like, could be like different types of key manipulation attacks. Like, he can do something that is similar to the Hakai, a move that is similar to Moro's ability, and he can, like, as we'll know, that he can clone himself, so he can use a lot of different techniques. So it is possible, like, I've been wondering since the past manga chapter on whether Granolah can actually use some regeneration abilities. So it would be interesting on what kind of other techniques he can use. But yeah, in that instance, Goku uses his transmission, and as we know, and this sort of like confused me a little bit, like I'm not gonna waste a lot of time here, but I was under the impression that Goku has evolved his instant transmission, that he can use it to teleport into just any nearby area. He doesn't really need to lock himself into someone's ki particularly. As we have seen, Goku has used instant transmission against Beerus before, against Copy Vegeta, against a lot of different enemies where he uses Ultra Instinct to confuse his enemies. It just teleport all over the place, that he doesn't need to lock himself into someone's ki. But in this instance, he does lock to Vegeta's ki, and I think the reason why Toyotaro has done this, because from a narrative perspective, this is a good way to have Goku talk to Vegeta, because Vegeta is sitting in the place of the Cerealians that they were attacked by the Saiyans, and this is good to have that exchange between Goku and Vegeta, where Vegeta tells the information to Goku that this guy is out for revenge, and he's part of the Cerealian race, and they were basically were almost driven to extinction by the Saiyans and Frieza. So this is the only reason why Toyotaro has made, I wouldn't say the only reason, but I think this is my suspicion on why Toyotaro made Goku lock himself into Vegeta's ki. Because, like I said, Goku can use instant transmission without locking into Vegeta's ki, and he doesn't need to teleport to him. But anyways, that's just my interpretation. But I like here, you got a smooth transition from here where Goku tells Vegeta that I haven't used my Mastered Ultra Instinct yet, I haven't used my trump card. And immediately, you don't see like an insane transformation, you just see like the smoke settles and just Goku walks in like casually, smoothly with Ultra Instinct. And do you know what's the first thing that I thought when I saw that? I was like, yo, what kind of soundtrack they're gonna do? Like, I immediately imagined this in my head in anime form, and I feel like a little bit like it's spoiled for me. Like, I hope that I forget about this, because it was such an awesome way that I feel like if you execute it in a pretty smooth way, like it was in the manga, and you do it in anime form, it will be like a highlight for me. Like, I know I'm stupid because to say this is my highlight, but honestly, it is a highlight for me. Now, what I like about Ultra Instinct and the portrayal of Mastered Ultra Instinct in general and how Goku utilizes that form is that the author, whether be it Toei Animation staff or be it Akira Toriyama or Totaro, it feels like there is a lot of respect towards that form. So whenever Goku unleashes that form, Goku starts fighting in a different way. Goku's face expression, his style, that belligerent attitude, that dominance, everything about it, like encapsulates that form. And this is something that I really appreciated. This is something that I've explained before that is superior to the god forms, because the god forms, as the name would suggest, you think that they're godly, but Ultra Instinct is actually the most godly form that we have seen. Although yes, it is an angel technique, but still, like, you do feel like Goku is actually fighting like a god. And I've mentioned this before, that even Beerus comments that Goku's fighting is godly. It can feel like Beerus has like admiration and respect to Goku whenever he uses that Mastered Ultra Instinct form. Like, even Beerus behaves differently when he sees Goku like that. Like, it's like he looks at him eye to eye. But anyways, we're not talking about Beerus here, we're talking about Goku, because Goku uses this form and you see like how the fight completely becomes in Goku's favor. It is completely one-sided. Like, he just toys around, destroys Granolah. Like, at this point, I don't know if Goku is stronger in Master Ultra Instinct, like he perfected it more this time, or is it the same power level as he used against Moro? But it just doesn't feel like Granolah doesn't seem like he's doing any better than Moro, to be honest. Like, he's just getting absolutely destroyed. So here is where we go to the final turning point of the manga chapter, and possibly the controversial one that a lot of people have been hating on, been crying about and stuff. I can see a lot of people's criticism, but again, like I said, there is a right way to criticize anything. Anything can be criticized, literally anything. You just have to find the correct angle. In this instance, Goku has confidently believed that the fight is over, and he urges, like many times before, he tells his opponent to give up. Okay, Granolah says that what makes you think that the fight is over, and he explains that he's basically fighting what I would assume is in half power, because if this is a fake and he split his power and we're under the assumption there's only 2 Granolahs out there, unless there is like 4, 5, 6 like clones out there. We only know that there are 2, so we basically believe that Granolah is fighting at half power. The real Granolah shows up and distracts Goku for a few seconds, or just in 1 second, and in that brief instance, Granolah uses his eye and hits Goku in the vitals. Now, it is understandable because Goku uses the excuse, or Granolah actually says that even in this form, the accuracy, or the evasive accuracy, as he would label it, decreases over time. So already we know that Goku's Ultra Instinct has, as of now, even though it's Mastered Ultra Instinct, he hasn't perfected it to the point where he can basically become actually perfect. So it's not really perfect, even though he mastered it. So I know it's sort of like contradicting. But like we have said before, Goku has levels of Ultra Instinct, so it is possible there is another level where Goku can maintain that in a much longer way. The problem here is not Goku losing Ultra Instinct, because that ultimately paves the way for Vegeta showcasing his abilities and his Hakai God of Destruction abilities that I'm pretty much interested in seeing. And because Goku has already shown that he's stronger than Granolah in Ultra Instinct, or at least that's what I believe, unless the implication here is that Granolah's full power exceeds Goku's Ultra Instinct. But I don't think so, because Goku's Ultra Instinct is on par with the gods, if not exceeds some of the gods. At least, again, a lot of people are defensive whether Goku's stronger than Beerus. However, I think most of us can say that Goku's stronger than the God of Destruction of Universe 11, which is Jiren's God of Destruction, because Jiren is stronger than his own God of Destruction, and Goku's stronger than Jiren. So I don't think anyone can dispute that Goku is stronger than some Gods of Destruction. So, yeah. But anyways, because of that, Granolah, as the wish suggested, he shouldn't be stronger than Beerus or stronger than the Gods of Destruction. So Vegeta basically has a chance. Now, the criticism here in this point. Now, the thing is, it's not about Goku losing in Ultra Instinct. It's about, because Goku's the focus of the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I've expressed, if you have watched my reviews over the past year since the Moro arc, you know that I have a huge gripe and a huge criticism with constantly focusing on Goku. If you're gonna constantly focus on Goku, then obviously you'll need to have some stakes and some like tension in the story. And how you create tension is you make Goku lose, because when you make Goku lose, you create tension in the story. And how could you create tension? By making Ultra Instinct Goku lose. A lot of people have a problem with that, but again, because you focus too much on including Goku in every single chapter and having him fight most of the fights, Goku's obviously going to lose. I am not against how he lost. It is fine that he lost, boys. No, you can't be like, oh, you're just butthurt that Goku lost. I'm actually not mad. It's fine. It didn't bother me that he lost. I think it does add tension. It paves the way for something interesting that could happen. But then again, the reason why he lost is because Toyotaro wants to create like a genuine tension. Because had he lost in Super Saiyan Blue, be like, oh, why didn't Goku use Ultra Instinct? He's such a dumbass. Why didn't he use it? Again, so basically you're just gonna create problems either ways. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm pretty interested to seeing the fight between Vegeta and Granolah. I hope it's going to be interesting. And like I've said, but guys, if you haven't seen, possibly you guys probably have seen it, but if you haven't seen my video on the unexpected plot twist of the Granolah arc, then please watch the main channel. I did upload a video, and I think the video still holds some true stuff. Like, I think like that's basically going to be the ultimate plot twist of the Granolah arc. So if you want to know my thoughts and my predictions, then watch that video. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Oh, and also before I finish off this video, I'm going to give this manga chapter an 8 out of 10. I know, it suffers a little bit of narratively. It could be boring in some parts because it's dominated by the fight. However, the fact that it just had Ultra Instinct Goku, had some interesting fights, there was a lot of tension, you get to see Vegeta talking smack. I think it's a solid chapter. It's an awesome chapter. So I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. Like, I could give it a 7 out of 10, but I'm feeling a little bit generous, so it could be like between 7 and 8. But let me know what you guys think. What would you give this chapter out of 10? Comment down below. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and please check out the channel. I'm gonna still upload more stuff on the second channel, like card openings, maybe some reaction videos, so stay tuned. Anyways, peace guys.